Welcome to my channel. My next request is Amy Winehouse, and I think this is 2 songs. At least that's what it looks like. It is You Sent Me Flying and Cherry. This was requested anonymously on the 27th of January of this year. So before we get into the music, I got to thank you for coming. I got to thank you for everything that you do to make my channel such a success. I'm over 70,000 subscribers. That just blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. I think I'm going to make 100,000. That's incredible. That is incredible. I can't even understand that. I can't believe it, but it's true. And I have to accept it. And I have to thank you for it, because you're the ones who are doing it. So thank you very much. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that makes sense and is relevant. I don't put the link to the reaction request form right now because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 3,100 in my queue. That's over 550 days of work at 6 songs a day. So you can see I can't accept any more right now. But I'll live stream on Sunday, and beginning this Sunday, I will begin an hour earlier at 4 a.m. UTC. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. UTC. And I will go for 3 hours. That's on Rumble, not on YouTube. YouTube gives me copyright strikes. Rumble doesn't. So that's why I'm on Rumble. Plus, YouTube likes to cut my stream right in the middle, just nuke it, and it's gone. And I'm sitting here reacting to music and not even realizing that there's no one seeing it. That's like ridiculous, YouTube. That's why I'm not doing it on YouTube anymore. But if you come to Rumble and you make a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live for 3 hours. So this is Amy Winehouse singing, I forgot the songs, You Sent Me Flying and Cherry.
Lent you outsiders, am I new but do? Why you were thinking I didn't have a clue. Tough to sort files with your voice in my head. So then I bribed you downstairs with a Marlboro Red. And now I feel so small discovering you knew how much more torture would you have put me through. You probably saw me laughing at all your jokes, or how I did not mind when you stole all my smokes, yeah. And although my pride, yeah, it's not easy to disturb, yeah. You sent me flying when you kicked me to the curb with your better jeans, yeah, and your beastie still, yeah. Now I can't work like this, no, no, with you next to me, yeah. And although he's nothing in the scheme of my years, it just served to bludgeon my futile tears. And I'm not used to this, no, no. I observe, yeah, I don't chase, but now I sit with consequences thrust in my face, yeah. that reflects right back to me. So I'm not as into you as I appear to be. Yeah. Although my pride, yeah, is not easily disturbed. Yeah. You sent me flying and you kicked me to the curb. With your better change, yeah, and your beastie's tea, yeah. Now I can't work like this, no. I'm with you and that yak's to me, yeah. His message was brutal, but the delivery was kind. Maybe if I get this down, I'll get it off my mind, yeah. Oh, it serves to condition me and smoothen my kinks, yeah. Despite my frustration for the way that he thinks. And I knew the truth when it came would be to that effect. At least you're attracted to me, which I did not expect. Didn't think you get my number down as such, but I've never hated myself for my age so much, yeah. Although my pride, yeah, it's not easy to disturb, yeah. You sent me flying, yeah. When you kicked me to the curb. So with your better jeans, yeah, and your beastie's tear, yeah. Now I can't work like this, no, no. With you next to me, yeah. Although my pride, yeah, it's not easy to disturb, yeah. You sent me flying, yeah. When you kicked me to the curb. So with your better jeans, yeah, and your beastie's tear. Her name is Terry. We just met, but already she knows me better than you. She understands me after 18 years, and you still don't see me like you ought to do. Maybe we could talk about things if you was made of wood and strings. While I love her every sound, I don't know how to turn you down. And you're so thick and my patience is thin, so I got me a new best friend with a pickup that puts you to shame. And Cherry is her name. And when I'm lonely, Cherry's there, and she plays along while I sing out my blues. I could be crying, and you don't care. You won't call me back, you're stubborn as a mule. Maybe we could talk about things if you was made of wood and strings. You might think I've gone too far. I'm talking about my new guitar.
You know, the thing about Amy Winehouse is that she was so unique. Her style was so completely hers. And I swear, I don't know this as a fact, but I swear, she chose the instruments for every song she did. And they were so perfectly suited. Like that, the first one, she was using a piano, and the second one was a guitar. And the beats were completely different, but the sound of her voice and the way that she twists and manipulates words and molds them and forms them, she just was so unique and so fascinating in her style. And it's such a shame that we don't have her anymore. It just, golly, I'd love to hear her sing live now, after all these years, to see how she's grown, because she would have grown, I'm sure. She was a fascinating singer, absolutely fascinating. And jazzy, my God, she was so jazzy. Ooh, just 110% jazzy. What a fantastic voice, and what a fantastic style is the only word I can think of. The way that she just took a song and just molded it and kneaded it and moved it around. It's like a baker working with dough. She just was so good at that. It's just such a shame that we don't have her anymore. But we can still listen to her music, and that's the great thing, because she was fantastic. She really was. Well, we got to move on to the next one. So I pray that God will take care of you and bless you with his love and with his joy, and most of all, with his peace that passes all understanding. And that you will have the kind of tranquility and serenity that you deserve because you walk with him. And I pray this for every person that you love as well. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.